Good morning, everyone. So, just like some of the people last week had stated, I was just curious of what to say. I mean, there's so much to a person, right? You have your school stories, your family stories, your friend stories. There's just so much that comes with one person. Well, last night I had everything planned. I was practicing my speech with my boyfriend, just make sure I had everything correct. And then he goes, Faith, your story's great, but why don't you tell something about yourself that you really connect with? And I was like, I don't want the class to think that I'm this girl who gets up in front of the class and just cries. I'm not that girl. I'm a strong girl. I take care of myself. I live with my grandpa. All that. He goes, but Faith, how about you talk about Omi? And I was like, okay. Omi was my grandmother that raised me. Omi wasn't just a grandma. She was my mom. I don't talk to my mom. My mom has drug and alcohol addiction problems, and I haven't talked to her for about 6 years. My dad, on the other hand, yes, I talk to him. Yes, I get along with him. But the problem with my dad is he has my stepmom, and we all know how stepmothers can go. Well, something about my Omi is she was just such a special lady. She's the reason I want to go into my teaching profession. She's the reason why I am the woman I am today. Well, about, 2 years now. 2 years ago, it was just a normal, I would say, summer morning. And something Omi and I love to do is we love to do Girls' Day. And Girls' Day was always special ever since I was little because, when you're little, she'd take me to the Disney store and buy me a Barbie, or she would take me to, get lunch with my great-grandma, or, something little like that, something girls love to do. And, well, as we got older, Girls' Day always progressed. So Girls' Day now was, Faith, we're going to go get our nails done for your first day of school. It was my first day of, I think, sophomore year. So, you're not a freshman anymore. It's a big deal. You've finally grown up. Well, we woke up that morning, and we were going to go get lunch, and we were going to get our nails done and just spend the day together and do whatever girls do. Well, Omi that morning, we woke up, and she goes, well, before we go get our nails done, how about we have a shake? Because we used to make protein shakes in the morning. How about we have a shake before we go, just to hold us over to lunch? And I was like, all right, sure. So I make her a protein shake, and we go through the normal morning routine. We sit on the couch, we're talking, we're watching Real Housewives. Yep, I watch Real Housewives. You can make fun of me, whatever. But we're sitting there watching our TV show, and then the phone rings. And we're like, okay, well, I'll just answer the phone, no big deal. So I answer the phone and it says, hi, this is Jenny from Kaiser Permanente. Is Martha Fuller there? And I said, yeah, give me 1 minute. So I hand Omi the phone and I say, Omi, phone's for you. She's like, all right. She gets on the phone. Okay. I can't come in today. Okay. All right. And it hangs up. She looks at me and she goes, Faith, I have something we need to talk about. And I was like, okay, what? And at the time, my grandpa Poppy wasn't home. He was out working. He used to find little jobs to do, just get him out of the house. At the time, he was working at TSA. I mean, who wants to work in the airport, right? But whatever. And Omi goes, Faith, we can't have Girls' Day. And I was like, well, why? She goes, today's the day I'm supposed to start my chemotherapy. About 2 weeks earlier, Omi was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, and she wasn't going to make it. This was the second time she had cancer, and the first time she had breast cancer, but she had a mastectomy and it was all supposedly gone. It was a week before her cure date, and she was diagnosed, and the doctor gave her about a year to live. I looked at her and I was 15. I don't know how to drive. I don't have any of this stuff. I don't know what I'm doing. So I looked at her and said, Omi, we have to find Poppy. We have to get Poppy. She goes, I'm going to drive. And I was like, you can't drive yourself to chemo. This stuff makes you sick. You can't drive yourself to chemo. Well, anyway, what ended up happening is Omi did drive herself to chemo. And as I'm sitting there with her in this hospital and poison is being pumped into her, she looked at me and she said, Faith, this is still one of the best days of my life. And I was like, you are ridiculous. Why? And she goes, because it's still Girls' Day, we still get to spend time together. Well, Omi made it she actually said, I'm going to outlive the doctors, I'm going to prove them wrong, and she made it actually an extra year. Omi passed away about this past March, but no matter what, I know she's still with me, and she still gives me the best days of my life, even though she's not here. Thank you.